Hello and welcome to Hyper Production with me, Rory. In this episode I'm going to be doing a review of the new Roland Cloud D-50 software synthesizer. So for those of you who don't know what the Roland D-50 is, it was a linear synthesizer made by Roland back in 1987, which stopped production in 1990. The thing that made this quite unique, that it was the first affordable synthesizer to combine sample playback with digital synthesis. One of the biggest problems that a lot of the Roland engineers had was basically synthesizing and emulating attack. So getting that real sort of plucked sound and that real sort of harsh attack. So what they did was actually introduce a sample, or a tiny sample at the beginning of the sounds to give it that sort of unique effect. This was a very popular synthesizer back in the day, and it's coming back round now. Obviously, with Roland releasing the plugin, I have noticed that prices have gone up on them on eBay. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to open up Logic now and show you through a few of the bits and the features of the synth. So here we go. So this is the interface. It looks a little bit retro, which is pretty cool. It's quite similar to how the actual unit looked. Now the first thing whenever you basically open up or get a new plugin is always read the manual. So if you click help on here, you'll see tons and tons of information. This is always worth a read. The first thing that I learned, and which I was really thankful of straight away, was the fact that you could enlarge the GUI, the interface of the plugin, which was dead handy. And there's a bunch of other stuff in here that you learn as well. You know, you can also MIDI learn all the parameters as well, which is pretty useful. I think a lot of people were thinking when they first downloaded this was that it was just going to be a sort of a preset machine, when it's really not. You can go, there's plenty of parameters within this plugin that you can mess around with and create sort of your own unique sounds. So let me talk through it with you quickly. So you've got the patch button here, which is basically going to talk you through just the presets that are within the actual plugin itself. What I am going to do actually is just enlarge this a little bit. So there we go. So say, yeah, patch is just the presets involved. So if you click to the left here, or sorry, actually on the words, it will take you through 6 separate preset banks, which all have an array of sounds within as well. The original D-50 could only hold or had a bank memory of 64 presets. There are upgradable kits out there for the real deal that can upgrade up to 128, I think, which is pretty awesome. But as I say, I don't own one yet, but I will be looking to get one. So yeah, so that's that. Keyboard just hides the keyboard up there. Options, obviously what I've just clicked, so you can zoom in and out, and obviously do your authentication if you've bought the bundle monthly subscription. About just pops up a little window telling you what version you're on, which is obviously quite handy for when you want to upgrade, just to double check what version you are on. You've got your volume knob here. You have this is the sort of, it's like a dynamic joystick, if you like, which you can then switch in between the various timbres and sounds within the synth. So you can mix and merge different sounds all together, which obviously again can help you create that totally unique sound with that as well. Now you probably will be noticing why it doesn't go left to right just yet, but I will explain. But obviously you can go up and down, which changes between the two sounds. You've got a function here called chase, which is almost acts as like a bit of a pre-delay kind of effect. I don't truly understand what it is or what the sort of gain from it is, but you know, I'll show you the effects of it in a minute. Portamento, that's your glide, so that's the gliding between two notes. Now you've got a patch button here and a patch button here. Now they're not to be confused. This patch button is just for the presets within the plugin. This patch button here is to basically go in and edit that patch. Okay, so that's your common select patch. And then this synth was always made up of lower and upper. A lot of old synths did it in this way, so you get your lower sort of timbres and your upper timbres. So this was basically, you'd have an amalgamation of sounds within one unit. So that's your lower sound and that's your upper sound. And then what this joystick does, if you can see the U up here and the L down here, you can switch between the upper and lower. Okay, the 1 and 2 is just another parameter that you can affect, and you can basically add another sound on top of, so you can switch in between that as well. Another synth that was quite famous for that was the Korg Wave Station, which had, well, that was called vector synthesis. This technique with the layering of sample playback and digital synthesis was called a linear arithmetic synthesis. So that's a little bit of knowledge for you. So on here, this is your on and off button for your partials. So that's your lower and your upper. Okay, so you can switch those off and then you'll probably have nothing. And then you switch them on. So you notice that you're now coming into some sounds. And then these buttons above it, the partial selects, are to then go in and further edit those individual sounds. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to play through a few of the presets on here now, and I shall see you on the other side. Well, I must admit, that sounds pretty incredible. A lot of them sounds are pretty retro, obviously, because of the age of the synthesizer, but I think they've done a really good job. If the original, not that I've ever heard it, sounds anything like that, then I shall certainly be getting one and hopefully doing a bit of a shootout video between the two. But the sounds on the D-50 were truly revolutionary, and there hadn't been anything that sounds anything close to that. But that was obviously reflected in the price at the time, because it was a very, very sought after and very expensive bit of equipment. But if anyone's actually got one, please do comment in the section below and let us know what you think. It'll be interesting to see. But as I say, definitely try and get a copy of this, because it is really, really good. And yeah, the sounds on it are truly unique. You won't find another plugin that sounds anything as close to this. So yeah, please don't forget to subscribe and comment with any questions in the section below, and please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and click the bell icon once you do subscribe as well, so you can be notified when we upload more of the reviews and demos of the Roland Cloud stuff, as well as loads of other plugin reviews as well, and tips and tricks on music production. Well, thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.